welcome to the Purple Positivity Podcast for November the 18th, 2018. I know it's been like a whole minute, hasn't it? I'm your host, the amazingly adorable Rebecca Thistle, podcasting to you live-ish from my new used desk in my apartment, which I call Jeffrey Thistle Work. Yes. So, it's been a weird few weeks for me. Actually, it's been a weird few months. And I'm hoping by the end of this show that any regular listeners will understand why and hopefully forgive me for being so erratic with recording and updating this show consistently. So, I have a weird thing about remembering dates, and it's just me, so bear with me. On July the 19th of this year, I got some news that devastated me, to be honest with you. I found out I'm pregnant. Yep. And it's something I haven't really talked about publicly. It's something that I haven't really wanted to talk about publicly. It's something that I have only just recently started accepting in my head. You know, when I found out I was pregnant with my son, I was overjoyed and I was terrified. But I accepted it instantly. There was no period of denial or anything. It was instantly, as soon as the test came out positive, I was like, yep, I'm a mom. I'm pregnant. And it was already in my head. And I mean, there's a million other terrors that come with that. But as any mom will tell you, but instantly I was, yep, I'm pregnant. Funny thing is, with this pregnancy, I had horrible morning sickness. I never had that with my son. I never had, I had a couple of little bouts with nausea. The worst of it came when he actually started moving around and he would like kick my stomach and I'd throw up. But I never really had like major morning sickness. With this pregnancy, I had the worst morning sickness. So you would think that throwing up first thing in the morning and then immediately having to eat something so that I wouldn't throw up again and then having to eat again an hour and a half, 2 hours later. Hang on a second. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze. Okay. I consistently had to eat every hour and a half to 2 hours, or else I was going to get nauseated again, and if I let it go too long, I was going to start throwing up, and it was sometimes just dry heaving, sometimes like actual stuff would come up. So I had to eat all the time. And you would think that having to do that, and knowing the reason why I had to do that, would click in my brain. Oh, you're pregnant. Accept it. But I couldn't do it. The only people who knew what was going on were my coworkers for the longest time. I didn't even tell my mom until about 3 weeks ago. But here's what changed. The day before my birthday, my oldest, bestest friend in the whole wide world, Allie, called me up to wish me happy birthday. She had been working on the Beto O'Rourke campaign here in Texas. and she was worried that she might not have the time to call me on my actual birthday, and she wanted to make sure to wish me happy birthday. So we started talking, and actually it wasn't, this is how much of denial I was in. It wasn't even until like an hour and a half or so into the conversation that I went, oh yeah, by the way, I'm pregnant. Sorry, I didn't mean to bury the lead. But she goes, so I start talking to her about some of the things going through my heart and head at that time, and she goes, how would you feel if I adopted your baby? Because I've known from day one, I can't keep this baby. This baby is not mine to keep. I believe in the miracle of life. I believe that all life is a miracle, but this is not my miracle. I've known that from the beginning. I've known that this baby was not my miracle to keep, not my miracle to raise. It was my miracle to give to somebody else to be their miracle. It was somebody else's miracle that I could provide for them. And so anyways, so I said, well, how would you feel about me adopting your baby? I'd give it to you right now if I could, because I was only about 4 months along at that time. And so we sort of said, okay, and blah, 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 blah. Ended our conversation at that. And that night, I had the first good night of sleep that I had had in months. And I mean, she actually managed to call me the next day on my birthday. And we talked about it some more. And I just said, nope, this is the right thing to do. This is what makes me feel okay. Not only does this make me feel okay, this makes sense to me. This feels like the right thing for this baby. This feels like the right thing for me. This feels like the most perfect solution to everything. And I've consistently, for the most part, until the past few weeks, I've consistently slept better since then. And slowly but surely these shards of my life that fractured not just a year ago, but even years and years ago, like suddenly these pieces are coming back together and reassembling little bit by little bit. And for the first time, I'm actually enjoying being pregnant. The baby is a girl, and she is so wily. She kicks and punches and all this stuff. And see, here lately, I haven't had a lot of money for food. And what she likes me to have first thing in the morning, I swear to you, is spaghetti. Like, if I have spaghetti first thing in the morning, I will, there may be like a little snack, 9:30, but I'll be fine for the rest of the day. No nausea, no nothing. But here lately, I ran out of spaghetti sauce, I ran out of Parmesan, so all I had really for breakfast, well, I mean, I still had like noodles, like ramen noodles, because I do ramen noodle spaghetti. Anyways, I still had some noodles, and I had bread for like peanut butter and jelly, but she doesn't like peanut butter and jelly very often. She'll tolerate it here and there. But all I had for breakfast really was Nutri-Grain bars. She does not like me to have Nutri-Grain bars first thing in the morning. Like, if you want to have it as a snack later on in the day, oh yeah, fine. That's groovy. But not first thing in the morning, because that'll make me sick as a dog for the rest of the day. Spaghetti or pot pies first thing in the morning. That's what she wants. So, anyways, like I said, out of spaghetti sauce, out of Parmesan. Really struggling this pay cycle. So, I guess this was Tuesday. I'm feeling awful, and I'm feeling tired, and I'm trying to make the nausea go away, and I just looked down at my stomach, and I said, listen, girl, you better stop this right now, or I am going to text your mom right now and tell on you. And she just gives this little, like, pop, pop on my stomach, as though to say, do it, bitch. I dare you. And so I was like, fine, I will. And I pull out my phone and I text Allie and I told her what was going on. And she just sent like a smiley face back. But I'm grateful that I get to enjoy this now, that I get to laugh about this. And, she, like, the baby, she loves when we go over speed bumps. When I'm riding the bus, she loves going over speed bumps. She loves it was so funny. I hate speed bumps. They jar my back, and, I'm in pain so much of the time. But she loves speed bumps. Oh, man. But, my family right now, the few people that seem to know about this, they're not too happy with this decision that I've made. My grandmother in particular has expressed her concern that Allie is lying to me, that she's just saying whatever she has to say in order to get my baby, and that's that. And I'm sitting here going, I trust these people. These people have, and I say these people, but I've known Allie and her family since I was 3 years old. I mean, her mom straight up feels like this isn't even really that big of like a leap, she actually told Allie one night, listen, Becca's son is like my grandson too. So, maybe this is legally an adoption, but to me it's just family business. Yes, Becca's one of my little ducklings. And and they're doing what they can to help me out in the meantime. And once the baby's born, they have offered to let me stay with them, primarily to help me get back on my feet with this secondary thing of, oh, well, you need to we'd really like it if you could breastfeed the baby. It's not a you need to, it's we'd really like you to. Now, I wasn't actually able to breastfeed my sons, so it's sort of a, all right, I'll do what I can with regards to that area, but primarily they want to help me figure out how to get from where I am to where I want to be, and to do so in a safe, loving environment. So I'm actually kind of relaxing and enjoying being pregnant.